Today's ranking is I want $100,000 by typical gamer. Right? The link to the video will be the description below. Go and check them out. So let's get into this ranking in 3, 2, 1.
I won $100,000 for charity and this massive key, and I'm going to tell you the story how. I was part of the State Farm Gamerhood Challenge series. Big shout out to them for sponsoring this, by the way. There was 8 gamers in teams of 2, and they all compete for $100,000 to the charity of their choice. My teammate was Ludwig, and our charity was Feeding America. And I know I'm Canadian, but it's such a great charity. The other teams were stacked. We had Ninja and Jess, BK and Christology, and Dante and Berlizzi. And you're probably wondering, well, how do you win? In every weekly episode, you can get points by winning a real life challenge and or a gaming challenge. And if you win the gaming challenge, there's a special bonus. You get to face off versus the one and only Jake from State Farm. You'll have to play a really fun game and wager 5 points. So that means if you win, you get 10 points. But if you lose 5 points. The 2 teams with the highest scores at the end of 5 weeks of challenges advance to the final round where they get to go head to head. Winner takes all. They get $100,000 and the key to the gamerhood. We went into day 1 doing super well, but ended up losing to Jake in the final, putting us basically in last place. From that point on, it was time for our redemption arc. We need to get our revenge versus Jake, and we needed to win it all. This is important. So me and Ludwig trained and studied as much as we could. Well, not that much.
Last week was tough.
Are you crying?
Yeah.
No, last week was
okay. We've been studying a lot though, so.
Oh, good.
I ran the numbers. There's 164 combinations here.
He said 12 times 12 is 164, which I don't even think is right.
Wait, it's 164, but I mean, you're only gonna have like a few minutes. You know that, right?
Hey, check this out.
It's a numbers game.
That's really good.
We played every game. We read every rule. And skipping ahead, in week 4, we had our final chance for a massive comeback. We played the real life jigsaw puzzle challenge, which was a lot of fun. We had to get 4 keys through a maze, which I was really good at. Those keys would unlock a puzzle box, and then we had to build the State Farm logo from those puzzle pieces. Now, we were absolutely crushing it, like trailblazing, but we just couldn't finish the logo. There was 1 piece missing.
That was, but we're still not done yet. Ludwig and Typical Gamer are still going. This is the fight for 3rd. And then for Ninja and Jess, they can come back and make this happen.
Nothing worked, and we tried everything. Things weren't looking good for us because it looked like we got last place. But it turns out that when someone was building the puzzle, they mixed up one of our pieces with a piece from Ninja's team, meaning it was actually literally impossible for us to complete it.
We do have to point out there might have been a mishap with one of your pieces, and let's go ahead and give him 2 additional points. One of them didn't quite fit, and let's go. Oh, Typical Gamer from the ashes rises.
For that, we received the same amount of points as the winning team, and that put us back in the race, baby. But we couldn't let our foot off the gas. Next up was the gaming competition, and we needed this to face off against Jake.
We had points stolen, and we're getting them back right freaking now, baby.
We're getting it back!
We're getting it back!
We're taking back what's ours! We're taking back what's ours!
The game was stick fight, and if you know me, I've played this game before. You know, I'm not the greatest, but I absolutely dominated. And Ludwig did pretty good too for never playing it before. It came down to us versus Ninja's team, and whoever won that would face off against Jake. It was a close game, but then we started pulling away, and we took that
dub. 3, 2, 1.
Second place.
Bring it in, baby. Bring it in. Bring it in. Bring it in.
Easy. But that was the easy part. We now had to beat Jake at giant basketball toss.
Double their wager if they win, or lose it all if Jake and Pearson triumph, which has happened before.
It could happen.
Don't gotta bring that up.
I made some pretty good shots, but I'm gonna be honest when I say Ludwig carried.
Let's take it off the jacket. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh. And on. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh. And on. Oh, he shoots, he scores. Ludwig gets the first point on the board.
No, we get to shoot that.
Yeah, because you're going to get a little bit more bounce. Oh!
And Pearson takes it. Oh! He waits for nothing.
Yeah, no. Ludwig's high. Clean.
Wait, is your back okay? You're carrying the team right now.
Oh, wow.
Okay, TJ.
Typical Gamer's time to strike.
Here he goes, setting him up.
And he gets his first. And remember, this is a best 2 out of 3.
Absolutely.
So what that means is whoever wins this gets 1 point on the board. Ludwig gets him one step closer, Barbara.
Just like
Here
that,
comes
it comes
Ludwig.
back.
Oh!
Oh my God.
Even with that, it came down to the final bucket for both teams. Winner takes it all, and well, history writes itself.
Now it's Ludwig.
The line, watch the line.
Watch that line.
Ludwig is good! Game over!
Yo!
Ludwig and Typical Gamer win the game!
We did that.
All right. Wow.
Go, guys. Oh, imagine that just goes
That was so incredibly close.
We finally got some revenge, and that
So
launched
close,
us
yes,
into
so far.
second place. In the 5th and final week, we knew we just had to maintain second place. We tried to win and guess that word, but we didn't do that great.
Draw that
Back in
thing!
the box. Puzzle. Tree. Tree bark. Oh, whoa. Bro, what is this?
Typical Gamer looks absolutely lost.
What is this?
I wish I could tell you what this
Rolls.
is. Oh.
Coins. Machine. Candy
Time.
machine.
This is so cringe.
All right.
I don't know if that's the appropriate use of the term, but that's perfectly fine.
Gumball machine. You get 3 points, and you get 3 points, and you get 3 points.
Anybody
On the other hand,
fun.
BK and Crystology are absolute wizards at it, and they got their well-deserved first place. Luckily, we did good enough, giving us enough points so that we were guaranteed at this point to get second place and a ticket to the finals. We still had to play the gaming portion with Brawlhalla, and we got absolutely destroyed by Berlizzi and Dante.
Give Dante and Berlizzi a solidified first place here at the Gamerhood going into the final round of play.
4 seconds left. I think it's safe to say it's gonna go to Dante and Berlizzi. They take that.
They were way too good at that game. Skip forward to the final game, and it's pretty much a paintball match. You have to score by hitting targets on your side and also take out your opponents. The team that hits the most targets wins. And I mean wins it all. $100,000 and the key to the Gamerhood. We wanted that prize. And me and Ludwig were gonna do whatever it takes. We got to pick teams though. And because we were second place, we got to pick first. I'm not sure how that works, but it definitely worked out for us. Maybe they thought second place was doing so bad that they needed an advantage. We picked up the obvious choice of Ninja, and then we got BK and Andrew. But there was a problem. They had Jake from State Farm on their team, and that's some serious firepower. Like, he's an absolute beast. This was gonna be hard. We took a few minutes though, and we made a plan. Ninja and I were gonna focus on targets. BK was the designated sharpshooter to take out the other team, and then Ludwig and Andrew were gonna focus on both. It was the perfect storm, and we absolutely dominated. We were taking them out and all the targets. We hit literally every target. GG's to Berlizzi and Dante, who were awesome opponents.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's the game.
Then we got it, baby.
Whoa.
Woo. All right, guys, let's tally those points up and see who our winner is.
Ludwig and Typical Gamer. Congratulations.
Is.
Ludwig and Typical Gamer. Congratulations.
And just like that, we won $100,000 for feeding America and the key to the Gamerhood. I also made a bunch of great friends, and I had an awesome time along the way. Thank you again to State Farm for sponsoring this video. Watch all the episodes of the State Farm Gamerhood Challenge out now on their YouTube channel or the State Farm Twitch channel.
Wow. That was wow. That was I want more $100,000 by Typical Gamer. The link to the video will be the description below. Go and check them out. And like if you liked. And comment down below if you want to see more reactions like this one. And subscribe if you're new. And click the bell to be notified when I upload in my